Welcome to Columbia High School in Lake City, Florida, where we are getting set for action between Creekside and the Columbia Tigers. Hello, everyone. I'm Noah Schlick, bringing you today's action live on Schlick Sports. This is the second game of the day for Columbia. They're coming off of a 16-8 loss to Venice, dropping to 3-5 on the season. The Knights come in at 5-4, riding a two-game win streak, looking to make it, well, according to Major League, a win streak. Winning their third in a row today, heading into spring break. We're just moments away from them announcing the starting lineups and the national anthem, so stay tuned for that here on Schlick Sports. Taking a look at the starting pitchers for today's game. Benson Edge will be going for the Columbia Tigers. He stands at 6'0", 155. The junior, also a wide receiver here at Columbia. This will be his third start of the season, currently carrying a 1.50 ERA. He's going to go up against Creekside's Matt Bisham, making his third start of the season, carrying a 1.80 ERA. We're now going to send you down to the field for the starting lineups and the national anthem.
Center field, number 20, Sean Ashenfielder. Third base, number 3, Connor Malazic. At shortstop, number 5, Ty Martineau. At first base, number 14, Adam Harvey. In right field, number 6, Michael Machine. DH number 19, Carson McFarland. Behind the plate tonight, number 13, Gavin Strunk. In left field, number 8, Hunter Shagel. At second base, number 1, Parker Morton. And on the mound tonight, number 10, Matt Machine. Your head coach is Chris King. And now, let's meet your Tigers, starting with our subs. Number 1, Colton Moat. Number 3, Keegan Knight. Number 9, Mason Howdy. Number 13, Chase Bennett. Number 15, Brett Jones. Number 16, Tyson McCray. Number 18, Kason Manick. And number 21, Tyler King. And now for your starters. In center field, number 2, Branson Mann. At second base, number 4, Trace McKenzie. At third base, number 10, Aiden Phillips. DH tonight, number 14, Matt Schuler. Behind the plate for your Tigers tonight, number 12, Katie Pryor. At shortstop, number 6, Brent Bauer. At first base, number 11, Philip Maddox. In left field, number 5, J.D. Dumas. And in right field, number 8, Gabriel Wickham. On the mound for your Tigers tonight, your pitcher, number 7, Benson Edge. Your assistant coaches are Joey Edge, Andy Bennett, Tracy Brady, and your head coach is Chris Howard. If everybody will rise for the playing of our national anthem.
And it is time for baseball here on Schlick Sports. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Lake City, Florida, where we are getting set for the Tigers and the Knights. Time now to take a look at the starting lineups for today's game. First off with the batting order for your Creekside Knights. Leading things off, Sean Ashenfelder, followed by Connor Belizik and Ty Martineau. In the heart of the order, Adam Harvey, Michael Bysham, and Carson McFarland. And 7-8-9, Gavin Strump, Hunter Schlegel, and Parker Morton. The man to look out for tonight for Creekside, Ty Martineau on a 5-game hit streak. He's got 10 RBIs in 9 games. Watch out for Martineau coming off of 2 RBIs yesterday against North Marion. The fielding alignment for the opposing Tigers, J.D. Dumas out in left field, Branson Mann at center, and Gamble Whitcomb out in right. In the hot corner, Aiden Phillips coming off of a really good day earlier on against Venice at the plate. Grant Bowers at short and Trace McKenzie at second. Philip Maddox, the first baseman, Cade Fryer behind the plate, and Benton Edge on the mound. Taking a look at Edge and what he's done this year, Benton in 3 appearances, 2 of them starts. He's gone 9 1/3 with a 1.50 ERA. Opponents hitting just 0.41 against him. Not too much contact. He gets into trouble, though, when he walks guys. He's averaging more than 1 walk per inning. If he can control the strike zone, he's a tough guy to hit. 81% weak contact, 26 strikeouts, and just 9 1/3 on the mound. This is a Creekside team, though, that does a good job avoiding the strikeout. They've struck out just 20% of the time, which is a little better than average. If they can do that, they can put the ball in play. Should be a positive result for Creekside. This is a smaller field, a small fence, and the dimension's not too big. Ashenfelder, a guy who's gone deep once this year, he'll lead things off for the Creekside Knights. Takes a ball, 1-0. Ashenfelder coming off of a day in which he had 2 doubles against North Marion. Takes a strike at the knees. Ball and a strike on the Knights center fielder. On the season, Ashenfelder hitting .441. Off to a phenomenal start at the plate. Stolen 12 bags as well. Foul ball. Strike 2. Knights come in at 5-4. Back-to-back wins for them against Camden County and North Marion. Full windup, 1-2. Foul back, Ashenfelder stays alive. Knights have scored at least 6 runs in all but 2 games. Been very good offensively. They've scored first in the majority of their games as well. Another 1-2 from Edge. Pop fly into right field, making the catch, Whitcomb. 1 up, 1 down for the Creekside Knights. Starting lineups brought to you by Troy Silhan with Bank of England Mortgage. As the Knights got 1 away here in the top of the first inning. Weather out here, beautiful night for baseball, 73 degrees, wind blowing at just 4 miles per hour. How about the sun going down later? Our first night game after springing forward. And though I don't like it for my sleep schedule, but we got a little more sun for these baseball games, especially with the 6 o'clock start. As Belizik sends one to short, fielded cleanly, throw to first in time for out number 2. So the first 2 men at the plate for Creekside go down in order. That brings up Ty Martineau with 2 gone and nobody out in the top of the first. Martineau, as we mentioned, a player to watch in this game. He's gotten on base in each of his first 9 ball games and on a 5-game hit streak. First pitch he sees from Edge, he takes for strike 1. Martineau was the second baseman for Creekside his first 3 years. Played a little bit of short last season at times for the Knights, but slid over to that shortstop role. chops one out to short. Grant Bowers, busy this first inning, records his second out and the third for the Tigers. Knights go down in order, 1, 2, 3. First trip up to the plate for Columbia. Coming up next on Schlick Sports.
They are back together again and talking sports in Jacksonville. Brent Martineau and former Jags player Austin Lane from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. on all the social media platforms, and for the first time ever in Jacksonville, a 24/7 streaming network. It's Action Sports Jax 24/7. Download the Action News Jax Now app and get sports all day every day. It's on Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, and many other platforms. Action Sports Jax 24/7 and the new Brent and Austin Show, 10 a.m. until 1 p.m.
On to the bottom of the first inning on Schlick Sports. Time now to take a look at the batting order for the Columbia Tigers. Leading things off, Branson Mann and Benton Edge, followed by Trace McKenzie and Aiden Phillips. Max Schuler, the DH, batting fifth, followed by Grant Bowers, Philip Maddox, J.D. Dumas, and Gamble Whitcomb. Taking a look at the fielding alignment for the Creekside Knights. Out in left, Hunter Schlegel, Sean Aschenfelder in center, Michael Bysham out in right. Connor Belichick, the third baseman for Creekside, and in the middle infield, Ty Martineau, the shortstop, Parker Morton over at second. Adam Harvey, the first baseman for Creekside, Gavin Strump behind the plate, and Matt Bysham out on the mound. Starting lineups brought to you by Troy Silhan with Bank of England Mortgage. Is Branson Mann first to greet Bysham. Takes strike one. Full windup from Matt Bysham. And there's a swinging strike two. This is a Columbia lineup that struggled at the plate for much of the season. There's a fly ball into right center field. Aschenfelder in pursuit from center. He makes the catch on the run for out number one. As we mentioned with Columbia, they're a team that came into this doubleheader today batting .208 on the season. They plated 8 runs against a tough Venice team earlier today, but the majority of their production this season RBI-wise has come from 2 players, and that's Aiden Phillips and Brett Jones. Phillips, the man to watch out for at the plate. He's batting in that cleanup spot. The third baseman homered and had 4 RBIs their game this afternoon against Venice. It's the 1-0 pitch. Strike at the knees, 1-1. Phillips, the guy with the powerful bat, has now homered 3 times on the season. Also, pitches got the start for them earlier today. As there's ball 2 to Edge, 2-1. 2-1 offering. Sinker, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A monumental game today, potentially, for head coach for the Tigers, Chris Howard. In his 3rd season with the team, he's going for his 50th win. Ball 3 low, count runs full to Edge. Edge came into the day batting .071 on the season. The junior on the mound. His uncle apparently a punter for Florida. Fouls a pitch off, still 3-2. Chris Howard came over to Columbia in 2022. This is his 3rd year as the Tigers head coach. He's gone 49-19. It's a 3-2 pitch, grounded up the middle. Martineau fields, throw on to first in time. 2 up, 2 down. In the bottom of the first inning. So Matt Bysham retires the first too many faces And that brings up Trace McKenzie, the second baseman. McKenzie, another guy who's off to a bit of a slow start at the plate this season for Columbia. This is their 8th game of the year. McKenzie came in batting 188. He skies one to right, diving and unable to make the catch is Michael Bysham. So on at first with a 2-out single goes Trace McKenzie for the dangerous Aiden Phillips. Phillips, a guy that is by far the most dangerous threat in this lineup. Phillips came into the day with a batting average at .455. Homered already today. 3 through his first 8 games. Pickoff move to first, safe. Is Trace McKenzie, the second baseman. One on first, 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. There's ball 1 to Aiden Phillips. Matt Bysham, the sophomore on the mound, stands at 6'0", 175. He's made 2 starts this year, allowing just 1 earned run in those starts. He's gotten at least 5 innings in both of them. Line drive up the middle. Morton flips to Martineau for the force at second to retire the side. Bysham allows a 2-out base runner, but nothing comes of it. On to the second inning. We are scoreless in Columbia High School.
Hey Creekside baseball fans, tonight's game is brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Just like a skilled batter stepping up to the plate, Brightway Insurance hits it out of the park every time. As one of Florida's largest independent insurance agencies, they've got a lineup that covers all the bases: home, auto, boat, RV, you name it. They handle everything from jewelry to small business insurance. And here's the best part. With access to over 60 carriers, they're like having a whole team working for you. Let Brandon and his team play ball on your behalf, finding the perfect policy for the perfect price. Don't let your current agent strike out on service. Switch to Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Call or text 904-297-7970. Play ball with confidence. With Brightway, you're always safe at home.
Back now for the second inning on Schlick Sports. Heart of the order coming up for Creekside. Adam Harvey will lead things off for the Knights. Creekside down in order in the first inning, something I don't feel like we've seen too often. Not too many pitches either from Benton Edge. Creekside got to find a way to work that pitch count a little more. Edge, a guy who at times has struggled walking some guys this year, as Harvey sends one out to short. That's bobbled. Harvey safe on the error by the shortstop, Grant Bowers. 3 of the first 4 Knights hitters have grounded to short. 2 of them for outs, that one an error. Creekside got a leadoff base runner in the top of the second inning. That brings up Michael Bysham, the right fielder for Creekside. Bysham batting .318 on the season for the Creekside Knights. Shows bunt, pulls back, called strike. 0-1. Edge, a guy who forces a lot of weak contact, as we mentioned back in the first. Ground ball out to short, 6-4. No throw to first. Fielder's choice up the middle. And there's another weak ground ball to shortstop from the Creekside Knights. Carson McFarland, the DH, next up. Knights got to try to find a way to barrel it up, but that's tough to do against this guy. He's walked 10 and 9 1/3 heading into the start. I think the goal for Creekside, they got to try to see some more pitches. Try to get him tired. Ball in the dirt. Michael Bysham going to take second base. Runner into scoring position and a 1-0 count on Carson McFarland. For Bysham. That's his 6th stolen base of the year. Creekside, a team that's very aggressive on the base paths. As McFarland fouls one off. A 1-1 count. I don't see Bysham trying to make a play at third right here. That's something that the catcher, Fryer, definitely has in the back of his mind. Bysham with a decent lead over at second, but not a huge one. Pitch inside. That's a fastball. 2-1 on Carson McFarland. 1 on, 1 out. Opponent's hitting .091 with runners in scoring position against Edge. Believe it or not, a 50-point tick in the right direction from the regular opponent batting average. Defense at times has let Edge down, though, on the mound this season. He's given up 10 runs, only 2 of them earned. We saw the error that allowed Harvey to reach to lead off the inning. As McFarland drives one out to center, going back on it, man, it is over his head and over the wall! Carson McFarland goes long for the first time this season. Creekside takes a 2-0 lead on Columbia. Carson McFarland, a guy who was off to a bit of a slow start at the plate, batting average have been dipping under 200, currently hitting 174. Hit over 300 last season for the Creekside Knights. Fantastic player with the bat. And with 1 out, he sends one over the center field fence. A 2-run shot, the Knights with the early lead. Gavin Strump now at the plate after the foul ball. An 0-1 count. Pops one up, foul ground on the third base side. It is over the net and out of play. 0-2. Count on Gavin Strump, the Knights catcher. He's batting .286 this season. Really good contact hitter at the plate. Full windup from Edge. Another foul ball. He stays alive. And I think that one caught the catcher, Cade Fryer, so they're going to take a moment to see. He's kind of rolling his arm around. Might have caught him on the shoulder. Fryer looks to be all right. He's going to stay in the game. A good sign for the Tigers catcher. Still kind of working his shoulder, stretching it out a little bit. I think that might have caught him on top of the shoulder pad. Gotten under it. Another 0-2 to Gavin Strump, and that one a little too far up and in. It hit him. Another base runner for the Creekside Knights here in the top of the second inning. One on, one out, two in on the big fly from Carson McFarland. Hunter Schlegel the next up. The wind is blowing out to right field today, ever so slightly. Schlegel, a guy who's got a lot of pop in that left-handed bat. Hit one out down the right field line at Creekside during a fall ball game. That's tough to do at Creekside High School. Set on the mound is Edge. Showing bunt is Schlegel. He pulls it back, pitch down low. 2-0 count now on the night's junior left fielder. Jackson Kane on first base. He's running for Strump. 2-0 count. Here comes the pitch. Another fastball low. 3-0 count on Hunter Schlegel. Very few Creekside Knights get the green light on a 3-0 count. Doubt that's the case for Schlegel right here. Takes strike one. Parker Morton on deck for Creekside, then back to the top of the order. The 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Full count. Edge takes a peek over at Kane on first. Comes set. And Kane breaking before the pitch. Throw to second. Up high, but Kane is tagged out for out number 2. Mistakes on the base paths have cost the Creekside Knights a few times this year. They've been caught stealing 10 times. Make it 11 right there. Full windup and the pitch. There's ball 4 to Hunter Schlegel. So with 2 outs, another runner on base for Creekside. Parker Morton, the second baseman, batting in the 9 spot next up. Morton doubled in his pinch hit at bat in the 6th inning yesterday. He's been swinging a hot bat lately. Runner in motion, showing bunt and fouling it away is Morton. That 300 early on this season. He's also drawn 2 walks. Stepping off his Edge. A lot of traffic on the base paths in this 2nd inning. Knights able to plate 2 on the home run from McFarland. 0-1. Down and away. Ball and a strike on Parker Morton. On deck for Creekside, Sean Aschenfelder. He flew out to right his first time up. The 1-1. Runner in motion. Pitch misses for ball 2. In safely at second is Hunter Schlegel. A 2-1 count on Parker Morton. He's got a runner in scoring position. Edge set. The 2-1. Misses high, ball 3. After hitting Gavin Strump, he walked Hunter Schlegel. Now Parker Morton in a 3-1 count. The 3-1. Misses again, ball 4. And there's that control coming into play. Creekside still with just 1 hit off of Benton Edge. They've plated 2. They've gotten 5 on base in this second inning. Back to Aschenfelder. I think for Creekside, they've been taking more pitches in the second inning. That pitch count beginning to trickle up in the second inning. Aschenfelder, big swing at that first pitch that's fouled straight back. 0-1. Schlegel on second. Morton on first. Sean Aschenfelder got 2 on, 2 out. Here's the pitch. He spiked it. That's to the backstop. Schlegel to third. Morton to second. And now 2 in scoring position for the junior center fielder. Aschenfelder back into the right-handed batter's box. Edge taking a moment before he gets back on the mound, looking towards the dugout. Steps up onto the rubber. He's going from the full windup, the 1-1. High fly ball, foul ground down the left side. It is caught by the left fielder Dumas for out number 3. The Knights get a lot of traffic on base in plate 2 on the 2-run home run from Carson McFarland onto the bottom of the second inning. It's 2-0 Knights lead the Tigers on Schlick Sports.
Do your feet constantly hurt you and you're not sure what to do? Come see Dr. Bradley Herbst, a board-certified podiatrist at Podiatry Associates of Florida. Dr. Herbst specializes in the treatment of foot and ankle problems, including diabetic foot care, ingrown toenails, hammer toes, bunions, fractures, and more. They're ready to take care of you and keep your feet and ankles healthy. Come visit them on San Jose Boulevard in South Mandarin. Call to make your appointment today at 904-268-6993.
Carson McFarland. The 2-run home run for the Creekside Knights in the top of the second inning. They lead by 2 now as we enter the bottom half of the second. Matt Bisham gets ready to face 5, 6, 7. He's taking the first pitch to the DH, Max Schuler. Ball 1. 1-1 count on Schuler. We talked a lot about the offensive production from this Tigers team. And what you're going to see from this lineup in the first inning. Taking a look more in-depth at Matt Bisham out on the mound as he fires a pitch low. 2-1. He's got a sinker, slider, and a changeup. He's going to rely mostly on that sinker and slider combo. Just throws that changeup just 7% of the time. Slider up in the mid-80s. It's a strike, 2-2 on Schuler. Bisham really good at forcing weak contact and ground balls. 72.9% weak contact against him this year. Gets a strikeout swinging from Schuler, who gives an angry look at Gavin Strump afterwards. He threw down to first base, and I think might have made contact throwing, and Schuler turned around and gave him an angry glare. words from Strump back to Schuler as he heads back to the dugout. One out, and there's strike one on Bowers. The shortstop's been busy on the field. Now his first trip to the plate. 0-1 count. Strike two at the knees. 0-2 count, full windup. There's strike three swinging. Back-to-back Ks for Matt Bisham on the mound here to start off the second. And that brings up the first baseman, Maddox, trying to put one in play. Maddox getting the start at first base again for the Tigers. Came into the day hitting he's 1 of 11 at the plate as he pops one foul. 0-1. Full windup and the pitch. This low, 1-1. 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. Sinker misses 2-1. Another foul ball and 2-strike count at the plate. Maddox didn't play in that first game against Venice. His first plate appearance of the day. The 2-2 swung on and missed, strike three. Matt Bisham sets the Tigers down in order on strikes on to the third. It's still 2-0 Creekside.
That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today.
The Columbia Tigers are now in their third season under head coach Chris Howard. Previously coached at Hamilton County, came over to the Tigers and has taken this program to the next level. Went 24-6 last season. Back-to-back 20-win years under Howard. He's gone 49-20 during his time here at Columbia. And he's led them to back-to-back Final Fours after a 99-year drought in between those Final Four appearances. Of course, a school with a lot of history. Broke that streak and now off to a bit of a slow start here as Belizik gets a bunt down, throw to first, way over his first baseman's head. Belizik trying for two. He is in safely. On the bunt. Belizik in at second. That's going to be an error on the pitcher edge. Runner into scoring position with nobody out for Ty Martineau. Back to Howard. As I mentioned earlier, he's searching for his 50th win already with the Tigers. It's been a bit of a struggle for him so far. 3-5 on the season. Struggled to get the bats going at the plate. First pitch to Martineau. He shows bunt, pulls back. There's ball one. Couple common opponents between these two teams. Columbia defeated North Marion, who Creekside beat 6-0 yesterday by a score of 7-6, as Martineau takes strike one, showing bunt again, 1-1. And the other common opponent, Columbia faced Bartram Trail at Bartram, where the Bears won in extras. Martineau shows bunt, gets it down again. It's past Edge for a bunt single. Belizik to third, runners at the corners for Adam Harvey. Struggles on the infield for the Columbia Tigers. A good bunt there from Ty Martineau. And he takes second as Edge was talking to the dugout. Edge had the ball. They weren't paying attention. It wasn't dead yet. Heads up from Ty Martineau and the Creekside Knights. Instead of runners at the corners, nobody out. They got a runner in scoring position to go along with Belizik at third. And now a meeting at the mound as Edge, after committing errors on back-to-back plays, Martineau reached on the bunt single and then taken second. How about that? Heads up base running. That leads to a conference on the mound for Columbia. Harvey reached on an error just an inning ago. Knights are doing a good job putting the ball in play against a pitcher who doesn't allow too much contact and a lot of weak contact to go along with it. So the mound visit breaks apart, and that brings up Harvey. Martineau out on second. Connor Belizik on third. Nobody out in the top of the third inning. Infield comes in for the Tigers. Martineau going to be able to grab a big lead out at second. A base hit into the outfield could score him. First pitch to Adam Harvey. In the dirt. Ball one. Harvey's been great at the plate for Creekside, batting .391, 6 RBIs heading into the day. The 1-0 to him. Down the third baseline, foul. By inches, Adam Harvey misses potentially extra bases, and that would have scored both runs most likely as well. Harvey yesterday had a 2-run double in the fifth. Crushed a ball down the left field line that bounced on the warning track. Got down for extra bases. A 1-1 count on him here. We saw Edge work out of the full windup with runners on second and third earlier. Right here, he's in the stretch. 1-1, way out in front of that pitch. 1-2. Ty Martineau way off second base. Almost halfway down the baseline with the infield in. He just keeps on going. Harvey sends one back up the middle. That's down and into center field. Martineau and Belizik score. It's 4-0 Creekside. Harvey with a hard chopper went off the glove of Edge on the mound. Would have been a really tough play for the Tiger pitcher. Got enough height where it got into center. Martineau with that gigantic lead in the infield in. Able to score easily from second base. Two-run single for Harvey. Now ball one to Michael Bysham. RBIs number 7 and 8 for Adam Harvey early on this season. The senior getting his first chance his varsity career at consistent playing time, and he's making the most of it. Now a chopper to third. Throw goes on to second for one. On to first. Bysham safe. First out of the inning on the play for the Columbia Tigers, and that brings up Carson McFarland, who just an inning ago, a 2-run home run to dead center, and this is a field with small dimensions. The wind not really there at this point in the day, but that one just kind of looked like a hard line drive to center that just kind of kept on going and going until it was out over the wall. Now he's got another runner on base. If he gets a barrel on one, I wouldn't be surprised if that's not the only homer of the day for the Creekside Knights. There's multiple guys in this lineup who could get a hold of one and send another out. Pitch skips away from Cade Fryer. On to second is Bysham. Things kind of getting away from the Columbia Tigers in the top of the third inning. One 0 on McFarland. In on the hands, he fouls one off down the first base side. 1-1, one on and one out. Gavin Strump on deck. Bysham breaking for third. Pitch high for a ball. Throw down, beat him, but it was wide of the bag. Bysham with a stolen base at third. 2-1 on Carson McFarland. Creekside bats have been alive and well, especially in March, hitting .293. Already plated 4 here. They got run number 5 standing on third base in the top of the third inning. 2-1. Pitch gets to the backstop. Bysham headed for home. He is in. 5-0 Creekside. Good news, bad news situation now for the Tigers after the wild pitch scores another for the Knights. Another run scores, but the base is now clear. Still only one out, and a threat of walking Carson McFarland, however, as it's a 3-1 count. Here it comes. Another one to left center. That's got a chance. It is a one-hopper off the wall. McFarland on to second for a double. Creekside doubles are brought to you by Triple Crown Fence. Call today at 305-331-9322. That one, I thought had a good chance of going. Looks similar off the bat to that first one. Took it to left center field, and that one didn't quite have enough height on it to carry out. A double for McFarland. Now Strump takes ball one. Another one skips in the dirt, 2-0. Action up in the pen for Columbia. Looks like they have a couple guys getting stretched out trying to get warm. Two-0 count. Ball 3. It looks like Kyler Keene and Brett Jones, who are out in the pen throwing to each other. 3-0 count. Strike one on the inside corner. Another runner in scoring position for the Creekside Knights. And that's McFarland on second. The 3-1. Swung on and tipped foul. Count runs full on Gavin Strump. Benton Edge searching for his first strikeout of the outing. This is a guy who struck out 26 and 9 1/3 heading into this start. Hasn't struck out a guy 2 1/3 innings into his third start of the season. The 3-2. Line to left. That's down for a base hit. They're going to hold McFarland at third base. Going for second, however, is Strump. The throw down, not in time. Runners on second and third for Creekside. Still only one out. Gavin Strump got hit by a pitch in the second. Another double there for Creekside. Back-to-back doubles for the Knights. And doubles are brought to you by Triple Crown Fence. Call today at 305-331-9322. I think that one's actually going to be scored a single with the throw home. We'd like to give Triple Crown Fence a shout out anyways. Runners on second and third for Hunter Schlegel. He walked his first time up. Takes a fastball high. 1-0. Five hits, 5 runs for Creekside. Infield again including the middle infielders with a runner on second and Jackson Kane. We saw Ty Martineau get way off in the same situation, and Kane with another gigantic lead for Creekside on a 2-0 count. Base hit to the outfield should score him. Ball gives the catcher Fryer a little bit of trouble, but he keeps it in front of him, keeping the runners put at their bases. 3-0. Edge comes set. Here's the pitch. Strike one. Two on, one out for Hunter Schlegel. He's been hitting well up at the plate lately. 2 singles yesterday. Swinging strike two. Same situation as his first time up. Got into a 3-2 count. He walked that time. What's going to be the result here? Edge comes set. The 3-2 offering. Missed inside, ball 4. And the bases are loaded for Parker Morton. Morton, Ashenfelder, and then back to Belichick for Creekside, who led off the inning. Bullpen now empty for Columbia. And it looks like they might be getting ready to bring Kyler Keene, the freshman, in. And out comes Chris Howard, believed to do exactly that. Keene coming out of the dugout. And that will do it for Benton Edge. A rough outing for the junior on the mound. Time now for our first pitching change, brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. 5-0 Creekside, our score when we return on Schlick Sports.
Triple Crown Fence is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports. Transform your space with our high-quality fences. Whether you're looking for privacy, security, or a touch of elegance, we've got you covered. At Triple Crown Fence, we pride ourselves on craftsmanship and durability. Our expert team ensures a seamless installation process so you can enjoy peace of mind and enhance your property's curb appeal. Call us today at 305-331-9377 for a free estimate. Your dream fence is just a phone call away.
Still at top of the third inning, freshman Kyler Keene on in relief of Benton Edge. 9-hole hitter Parker Morton, the first to greet him. First pitch down for ball one. Kyler Keene, freshman, standing at 5'8", 144. Enters a tough situation, bases loaded, already down 5. This is his second appearance. He's made 2 appearances. This is his third of the year. In those 2 appearances, he's gone 4 1/3. He gets Morton swinging at strike 1. No runs allowed in those 4 1/3 innings so far. 3 strikeouts to 1 walk. Opponents hitting .250 against Keene. A 1-1 count with 1 out. Bases loaded. One misses. 2 balls and a strike on Parker Morton. (3-1). Now big danger. Kyler Keene trying not to walk the 6th run of the game in. Keene set, fires. Lefty gets Morton swinging at strike 2, full count. Looking for a big out number 2 is Keene. Morton trying to keep the line moving. Already 3 in for the Creekside Knights in the top of the 3rd. Here comes. Down and in. McFarland will score. Morton to first. Base is still loaded. It's now 6-0 Creekside. That brings up Aschenfelder, the leadoff man. He's flown out twice, once to right, once to left. Made solid contact his last time up down the left field line. Still missed it a little bit. Looking to barrel one up this time. Keep it going. Belizik led off the inning. He's on deck. 1-0 count. There's ball 2. On Sean Aschenfelder. Bases loaded. A loud pop foul. Out of play onto the bleachers. 2-1. That was allowed off the bat. A little bit of a different sound coming from his Louisville slugger. Actually a bat he just recently got from a former UNF baseball player, Cade Westbrook. That's his old bat that Aschenfelder really likes. Used it for the first time just a couple games ago against Camden County. This is his 3rd time out using it in game. Takes a ball off the plate. 3-1 count. And he sends one high in the air to left. Going back is Dumas. He makes the catch. Tagging up is Jackson Kane and Hunter Schlegel. Throw goes to 3rd. Schlegel is safe at 3rd. Kane safe at home. A sac fly for Sean Aschenfelder. Now 7-0 Knights. Aschenfelder did not look too pleased with the sac fly coming off the field. I think he feels he just missed that one. That was a high, towering fly ball. Enough to score a run is now Morton going for 2nd. 2 in scoring position for the Knights with 2 outs in the inning. Belizik led things off here in the third with an error which he reached on. Pop fly down the left field line. It is caught by Dumas for out number 3. But the Knights strike for 5 in the top of the third inning. On to the bottom of the third, Creekside with a commanding 7-run lead in Lake City, Florida.
First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their location on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall at 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon.
You know, I noticed this at some point that top of the third inning. They got a wavy guy at the top of the football stands here at Columbia High School. One of those big blow-up inflatables you see at the car dealerships. That is safely I can say, the first time I have seen that. Nice little touch to those big stands. They got another on the right side of those that you can't see too well through the trees. Chopper to third, Belizik fields, throw on to first in time. One away in the bottom of the third inning. Matt Bysham rolling on the mound, as he's got the 9-hole hitter, Gamble Whitcomb, at the plate. Creekside with a 7-0 lead currently over the Columbia Tigers. Swung on a miss from Whitcomb. 0-1. Final line on the Columbia starter, Benton Edge. He goes 2 1/3, allowing on 5 hits, 7 runs, 4 of them earned. He walked 3 while not striking out a batter. Off the glove of Bysham, it's to Morton, who slides and falls out by second base. Not sure if the throw to first would have been in time to get Whitcomb. He's safe, and back to the top of the order in Branson Mann. 1 on, 1 out in the bottom of the third. He's got a little Taylor Swift going for his walk-up song. And it's definitely not the first time I've heard this. I remember Anthony Rizzo, when he was with the Cubs, had multiple walk-up songs. I tell a lot of Cubs stories, I feel like, on here. I'm a huge Cubs fan, if you haven't learned already. We had one, which is my favorite, Intoxicated, by Martin Slovig or something like that, that got the whole stadium clapping along as there's strike one to man. I always loved that going to Cubs games, but he also had Bad Blood by Taylor Swift as one of his other walk-up songs. Oh, 1 count. Man pops a bunt up. It's caught by Strump. He looks back. Whitcomb to first. 2 gone in the bottom of the third. How about Matt Bysham rolling on the mound, allowing just 2 hits thus far. Set everyone else down. 3 strikeouts, a lot of soft contact. That's what you expect with Matt Bysham on the mound. Another pickoff move to first. And again, safe is Gamble Whitcomb. Runner on first, 2 outs in the inning. Another pickoff move as Bisham really worried about the right fielder on first base. Sinker misses low, 1-0. There's strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike on Benton Edge. Replacement Kyler Keene came in for the pitcher. The top half of the inning is Edge. His pinch hitter, Keene, calls time. Didn't realize that Keene was hitting until just a second ago. Keene at the plate heading into the day was 1 for 2. 2-1 count on him now. Two balls, 1 strike. Bisham out of the stretch, fires. Misses down and in, 3-1. Runner going to second. Throw will not get him. Runner into scoring position. 3-1 count. Keene did not appear in that game against Venice at 2 o'clock this afternoon. The 3-1. Grounded to third. Belizik will throw over to first. And it takes a hop on Adam Harvey. Couldn't bring it in. A little bit of a short throw from Belizik. That'll be an error, allowing Kyler Keene to reach. Would have been a good pick by Harvey at first base if he had brought it in. Pinch runner for the Tigers at first base is Colton Moat. Now Trace McKenzie singled in the first. Chance to get a run on the board here with a runner on third. Down 7-0. They got another on first. 1-0 count. Second pitch of the plate appearance, down low, 2-0. Bisham looking to get back in the strike zone. The 2-0. Sinker, strike one. Hitters against Bisham, been hitting .250 against him this season. Line drive back up the middle, base hit will plate one. Moat staying put at second. A 2-out run, and that brings up Aiden Phillips. And Phillips a chance to get his team back into the game. 3 home runs on the season, went deep already once today against Venice. That was a 3-run shot. He does that again here, which he's got an opportunity to do. It's a 7-4 ball game. I was about to say that with runners in scoring position, that batting average against Bisham drops to .231. He's never really been a guy that enjoys pitching out of the stretch. Just observing him these past couple of years, he's definitely better out of the full windup. He's got 2 on, 2 out. Aiden Phillips grounded into a fielder's choice his first time up. Phillips and Brett Jones, who's not in the lineup tonight, have combined for 18 of this team's 32 RBIs. Phillips on the season, he's got 13. Takes ball one. After a peek over at second, he fires the 1-0, misses in the dirt, 2-0. The other thing out of the stretch is, since that runner reached, Whitcomb on the single. Out of the stretch, Bisham hasn't been filling up the zone quite as much. The 2-0, ripped foul. 2 balls and a strike on Aiden Phillips. Phillips has got a perfect game grade of 8.5. He's a junior standing at 6'1", 184. Hitter like him at the plate with his size, you got a feeling he'll go play somewhere in college. Is pretty big. The 2-1 offering. Chopped off the plate. Foul ball. I think it might have gone off of Phillips. Count moves to 2-2. Bisham looking to get out of the inning without any further damage. The 2-2. Chopped into that Tiger dugout. Still a 2-2 count as Phillips able to stay alive. Bisham set. Another 2-strike pitch. Taken low for ball 3. Runners in motion. Strump going to hold on to it as they advance to second and third. The 3-2 count. Base open at first. Schuler on deck. Not as big of a threat so far this year. The 3-2. Back up the middle into center field. Rounding third, headed for home, and scoring is Trace McKenzie. It's 7-3. And that brings up Max Schuler. Schuler, his first time up, struck out and a little angry at Gavin Strump. Went back to the dugout after kind of turn around, looking Strump right in the eye and glaring at him as Strump threw down to first base. Schuler had kind of come out across the plate. I think Strump's shoulder might have bumped him or something like that, and Schuler turned around and parallel to him, glared at him and looked back towards him as he went to the dugout. Strump exchanged a couple words with him, and I imagine a little bit of a fire this time up for Schuler at the plate after a pitch up and in. That flame probably a little bigger. The 1-0. Big swing and a miss. 1-1. Schuler looking to do damage. Junior stands at 6'2", 225. Came into the day batting .200 with an OPS at .473. The 1-1. Strike. Just called a strike at the knees. A late motion for a strike. I thought he called it a ball, but it wasn't low, and it looked like it was over the plate. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Bounced it. Way off of first was Phillips' throw. Almost got him. Just in time. Phillips back to the bag, and he seems to be in some pain over at first base. And that would not be good for Columbia, as their top threat on the ground at first base. He gets up and what happened. It's not a leg injury. It might be his arm, something in his eye. He's back up on his feet. Will stay in the game. A 2-2 count at the plate. With 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Runner goes. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Caught swinging for the second time tonight. Max Schuler down on strikes. But the Tigers able to get 3 back in the bottom of the third. It's back to a 7-3 ball game as we play on to the top of the fourth.
They are back together again and talking sports in Jacksonville. Brent Martineau and former Jags player Austin Lane from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. on all the social media platforms and for the first time ever in Jacksonville, a 24/7 streaming network. It's Action Sports Jax 24/7. Download the Action News Jax Now app and get sports all day every day. It's on Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, and many other platforms. Action Sports Jax 24/7 and the new Brent and Austin show 10 a.m. until 1 p.m.
Sun going down here at Columbia High School as Creekside leads 7-3 in the top of the fourth inning. Live on Schlick Sports. The Knights able to plate 5 in the previous top of the third. Got 2 in the second as well. But however, the Tigers able to plate 3 in the bottom of the third inning. Back into the game only down 4. They're looking for a quick inning, but Creekside looking to add on to their lead as Martineau takes a pitch way up and in for ball 1. Martineau 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out today. A bunt single and he hits his second on a very interesting kind of way it played out. The pitcher, Edge, was talking to the dugout. Still a live ball, had a ball in his hand. Martineau, seeing he was distracted, took second, and now he drops one down into right center field for a base hit. Martineau 2 for 3 already on the day. Leadoff base runner for Creekside in the fourth. And that brings up Adam Harvey. Harvey with a 2-run single his previous at-bat. Slide step and the pitch. High chopper into right. Martineau gonna try for third. Throw to the cutoff man, and Martineau slipped and fell down in between the bases. Harvey going for second. Martineau tagged out. So Harvey at second base. I think Martineau was trying for third and then either slipped and fell running there, or he was trying to get back and just lost his footing. So an out on the base paths for Creekside. That brings up Bisham with a runner on second, Adam Harvey. Bisham 0 for 2, reaching on 2 fielder's choice plays. Fouls one away down the first base side. 0-1. 1 on, 1 out for Creekside in the top of the fourth inning. Keen set on the mound. Spikes his first pitch. Spikes his second pitch for ball 1. 1-1 count. Another foul ball from Bisham. 1-2. Bisham came into the day batting .318. Has driven in 2 runs. Got a runner in scoring position in Harvey. Bowers trying to keep Harvey close, but is getting off second base pretty good. Keene steps off, looks him back, now set again on the rubber. The 1-2 offering. Ripped to third off the glove of Phillips. He's going to throw off balance to first. That's down the first base line. Harvey will score. Bisham digging for 2. He is safe at second. 8-3 Creekside. That'll be an error on Phillips at third base. I think once he mishandled that ball on the hop, didn't really have a chance at getting Bisham. He has good speed at first and rushed that throw off balance, side-arming it. Is Bisham going for third, throw high and down the line. Bisham trips a little bit on third base, but it's not going to matter. He's in again. 9-3 Creekside. Back-to-back errors for the Columbia Tigers allow the Knights to plate 2 more. Base is clear for Carson McFarland. Takes a pitch up high for a ball. Not sure what that first pitch was. Another ball. It's 3-0 on Carson McFarland. And he takes ball 4, a 4-pitch walk for McFarland. That brings up Strump. He singled and scored in the third. The Knights bats on fire tonight. 9 runs scored for the Creekside Knights. Every single guy in this batting order except for Sean Aschenfelder has reached base, but Aschenfelder sac fly scored a run. Pitch low to Gavin Strump. 1-0. Creekside with 7 hits for just 3 1/3. Ball high to Strump, 2-0. Action in the pen for Columbia. And a mound visit from Chris Howard. Up in the bullpen is Brett Jones and Colton Moat. Looks like Jones not throwing, though. He's just kind of monitoring the sophomore Moat. Two-0 count on Gavin Strump. McFarland on first for Creekside. Ball 3. Keene struggling to find the zone. The 3-0. Had the green light. Popped it foul. 3-1. Creekside not swung once on a 3-0 pitch yet. Kind of think caught everyone off guard. Strump put a good swing on it, just a little under it. Now, pickoff move has got McFarland hung up in between bases. He's tagged out at second. That's the second out on the bases this inning for Creekside. 2 gone, and a 3-1 count on Strump. Ball 4 high. Strump reaches for his 3rd time in 3 plate appearances. That on-base percentage doing well with this game. Jackson Kane will run for him at first. Hunter Schlegel has walked twice. He's the next man up. How about this? From 5 through 9 for Creekside, those 5 guys have yet to not reach base in this game. A couple fielders' choices mixed in there along with hit by pitches and walks, but combined they have had 13 plate appearances. They've reached base in all 13 of them. How about that? That since the announcer said it, Schlegel most likely not going to reach base here. We've seen the announcer's jinx come into effect a few times this year. It's been an actual common theme. Let's see if it rings true again on this one, too. Fouled off. Schlegel stays alive. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes on Hunter Schlegel. Man on first, 2 outs, 2 in the top of the 4th inning. The 1-2. Foul tip, he stays alive. Parker Morton on deck for Creekside. Set is Keene. Pickoff move to first. Safe is Jackson Kane. Another 1-2 pitch. Down the third baseline, it's a fair ball. Kane digging for third. He is in safely. Schlegel to second with a double. Creekside doubles brought to you by Triple Crown Fence. Call today at 305-331-9322. Strump to third. His courtesy runner Kane to third. Schlegel to second. 2 in scoring position with 2 out for Parker Morton. Pitch low, misses. 1-0. Tigers still sticking with Kyler Keene. After every man he's faced this inning has reached base. There's just been 2 outs on the bases. 1-0. Misses low, 2-0. Jackson Kane staying put at third as it skipped away from Fryer for a moment. Kyler Keene set, fires. Misses away, 3-0. The 3-0 to Morton. Down low, ball 4. So the 5 through 9 in the order survive the announcer's jinx for now. They are now in 15 plate appearances. 5 through 9 for Creekside has reached base 15 times, and we can extend that to 4. Adam Harvey has reached base all 3 times, so 4 through 9 have not been sent back to the dugout yet. They have all reached base 18 times. Ashenfelder down the left field line. That will score at least 2. Digging for third, and in there is Morton. It's a double for Ashenfelder. 11-3 Creekside. And now every Creekside Knight has reached base in this ballgame. A 2-run double for Sean Ashenfelder, and that will do it for Kyler Keene. Another pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. And for doubles, Creekside doubles are brought to you by Triple Crown Fence. Call today at 305-331-9322. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position for the Creekside Knights. They lead 11-3 when we return on Schlick Sports.
Hey Creekside baseball fans, tonight's game is brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Just like a skilled batter stepping up to the plate, Brightway Insurance hits it out of the park every time. As one of Florida's largest independent insurance agencies, they've got a lineup that covers all the bases: home, auto, boat, RV, you name it. They handle everything from jewelry to small business insurance. And here's the best part. With access to over 60 carriers, they're like having a whole team working for you. Let Brandon and his team play ball on your behalf, finding the perfect policy for the perfect price. Don't let your current agent strike out on service. Switch to Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Call or text 904-297-7970. Play ball with confidence. With Brightway, you're always safe at home.
Another pitching change now for the Tigers. Brought to you by Brightway Insurance. The Baselli Agency, Creekside with an 11-3 lead. They got 2 more in scoring position with 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. This is the Moat sophomore next to Connor Belizik. This is the first appearance of the season for Colton Moat. The sophomore stands at 5'10", 145. Belizik takes strike 2. Oh-2 count on Belizik. He's 0 for 3, reaching base on an error. Up and in, 1 and 2. Ty Martineau on deck. He led off the inning with a single. The 1-2. Fly to right center. That is down. Reaching the wall. 2-run score. Belizik in at second with another Creekside double. And those are brought to you by Triple Crown Fence. Call today at 305-331-9322. Triple Crown Fence getting their money's worth tonight. Creekside with quite a few doubles, quite a few hits. That is their 10th of the ball game, and we're in the 4th inning. And they now lead by 10, 13-3. Of course, the mercy rule could come into effect. It's 10 after 5. And back to Martineau. Funny enough, every Creekside night has reached base in the 4th inning. The 2 outs have come on the base paths if you're just tuning in. In this entire game, there's just been 5 plate appearances where a guy hasn't gotten on base. All the outs have been fielder's choices, outs on the bases. Outside of those 5 plays in which they're ground out, and 4 flyouts, and 1 was a sac fly. It's actually 6, excuse me. 6 times someone has not reached base. Just a crazy offensive performance. The Knights just putting the ball in play. And, of course, some defensive mistakes and miscues have helped their on-base numbers and keeping this going. But that's high school baseball. They're putting the ball in play, and it's working for them. 3-1 on Ty Martineau. Creekside yet to strike out in this game. They came into this one striking out 20% of the time, which is above average. They're doing a nice job, and of course that's only going to help in this game. And Columbia, not a bad team. (3-1) on Martineau. Colton Moat trying to find the zone. Swung on and fouled away. 3-2 count on Ty Martineau. Final line for Kyler Keene. Out of the bullpen, he goes an inning and a third, allowing 4 hits, 6 runs, none of them earned. Walking 4 while striking out 0. 3-2, runner on second, 2 gone in the top of the 4th. Pitch inside, ball 4. Knights piling on. Adam Harvey next up. He singled earlier this inning. And it's a pinch hitter for him, Adam Harvey, Tavern Blansett. Pitch down and in, runners to second and third. (2-0) on Blansett. Martineau on second. Belizik on third. 2-1 fouled away. Count runs to 2-2. Two on, 2 out, and a 2-2 count on Tavern Blansett. Set on the mound is Moat. Here's the pitch. Misses 3-2.
Drive this baseball, buddy. Come on.
Full count. Moat set. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Down on strikes goes Blanzit, but Creekside able to plate 6 more in the 4th. They lead 13-3. Heading into the bottom of the 4th inning on Schlick Sports.
Do your feet constantly hurt you and you're not sure what to do? Come see Dr. Bradley Herbst, a board-certified podiatrist at Podiatry Associates of Florida. Dr. Herbst specializes in the treatment of foot and ankle problems, including diabetic foot care, ingrown toenails, hammer toes, bunions, fractures, and more. They're ready to take care of you and keep your feet and ankles healthy. Come visit them on San Jose Boulevard in South Mandarin. Call to make your appointment today at 904-268-6993.
I think this is Bob Marley walking out Grant Bowers here to lead off the bottom of the 4th inning for the Columbia Tigers, who are struggling to keep up with the Creekside Knights tonight. Is Creekside up 13-3 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Matt Bisham facing 6, 7, 8 due up in the 4th. And it's 1-0 on Bowers. Hop fly, foul ground, Strump by the backstop, bounces foul. You know, this is one of the few high school fields where this backstop, it's a big wall raised, and we got the bleachers, the concourse right behind it up. I've seen this a lot, like college fields and stadiums. It's an old campus. It's been around for over 100 years. 2-1. Line drive up the middle, base hit to center for Grant Bowers. Single for Bowers. And that brings up Philip Maddox. He struck out swinging his first time up. First pitch strike. 0-1. Runner on first. Bowers getting a good lead. Bisham ignores him, fires strike 2. Oh, 2 count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Bisham sets Maddox down on 3 pitches. 1 on, 1 out now for the Tigers in the bottom of the 4th. Next up, the left fielder, J.D. Dumas. Pickoff move to first, back safely. Bowers, the shortstop. Mass was 2 for 7. Heading into the day. 0-1 count. Set on the mound. Bisham fires. Chopped out to short. Martineau to second for 1. Throw on to first. Not in time. So 2 down. Ball 1 to Gamble Whitcomb. He singled his first time up.
Let's go, Ted. Here you go, buddy.
This is a swinging strike 1. 1-1. Two outs and a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, that misses. Runner advancing to second on the play. 2-2 count. Runner on second with 2 away. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Scoreless inning in the bottom of the 4th for Matthew Bisham. On to the 5th. It's still 13-3 Creekside.
Do your feet constantly hurt you and you're not sure what to do? Come see Dr. Bradley Herbst, a board-certified podiatrist at Podiatry Associates of Florida. Dr. Herbst specializes in the treatment of foot and ankle problems, including diabetic foot care, ingrown toenails, hammer toes, bunions, fractures, and more. They're ready to take care of you and keep your feet and ankles healthy. Come visit them on San Jose Boulevard in South Mandarin. Call to make your appointment today at 904-268-6993.
Top of the 5th inning now on Schlick Sports. Our score 13-3. Creekside with a massive lead. Josh Huber leading things off for Creekside. Pinch hitting for Michael Bisham in the top of the 5th inning. He swings and misses. First pitch he sees from Colton Moat. 0-2 count. Creekside looking to finish off the inning, still on top by 10. That would bring us to a mercy rule. The 1-2 to Huber. Foul tip, strike 3. One out in the inning, and that brings up Carson McFarland, the DH. He's 2 for 2. Also walking in this game, McFarland with a 2-run home run and a double. First pitch to McFarland, taken at the knees for strike 1. The 0-1 offering. This is high, 1-1. If you're wondering how we got to this point, well, Creekside has been getting on base at an incredible rate. Full windup and the pitch. Hit McFarland. 1 on, 1 out. That brings up Strump. That is the 5th time McFarland has been hit by a pitch this season. Ding, ding, ding. Wanted to be sure, refer to the stat sheet. First pitch to Gavin Strump. Swung on and missed, strike 1. For Creekside. Had 21 official at-bats, but there had been a lot of plate appearances. Pitch kicks away from Fryer. Throw down to second. Not in time. McFarland in safely in scoring position. 1-1 count. The Knights in this game have recorded 10 hits. They've walked 8 times, been hit by a pitch once, and there's been 2 times they've reached on a fielder's choice. So overall, Creekside hitters have reached base 21 times in this game. But that's not even counting the errors. There's a lot of math going on right now. 2-2 count on Gavin Strump. I believe the final count so far, 23 times Creekside hitter has reached base in this game. Make it 24, a single to left. They are going to hold McFarland at third. Gavin Strump on with a single. Runners to the corners with 1 away. That brings up Hunter Schlegel's pinch hitter. And that is Drew Williams. Foul tip, strike 1. Runner goes. Williams fights one off. 2 strikes on him now. Williams back into the box. He's 1 for 7 with an RBI double this year. Takes ball 1. 1-2. Runners at the corners with 1 away. Jackson Kane running for Gavin Strump at first. Ball low, 2-2. Back into the batter's box. Sent on the mound is Moat. The 2-2. Williams takes another pitch, ball 3. Full count. After being down 0-2, Williams. A full count situation. Here comes the payoff pitch. Kane breaking for second. Pitch in the dirt. Ball 4. Bases loaded for Aiden Benechek next up for Creekside. Benechek 0 for 3 with a walk so far this season. Now after a conference at the mound, that's going to do it for Colton Moat. Time now for a pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. We've also got a correction to make on Triple Crown Fence. I want you to call 305-331-9377, not 22. Bases loaded for Creekside with 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. They lead by 10 when we return on Schlick Sports.
That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today.
Top of the 5th inning, bases juice for the Creekside Knights. It's Aiden Benechek to the plate. Gamble Whitcomb, the right fielder, onto the mound.